Okay, this is now the 4th episode, and I've been having some weird audio issues. Maybe I'll get it fixed here somewhere in the future, but for some reason when I use fraps, I get a frame drop every once in a while, so it kind of skips. I'm not exactly very happy with the video quality when it happens. So I'm going to be using Shadow Play from the NVIDIA to capture straight from gameplay. That way you get the full audio of the game, and then I can go ahead and voice over it, and I can fast forward like I'm doing right now to get past some of these, more boring walking around points, because obviously with survival mode, there's no fast travel. So there's going to be a lot of areas where basically just nothing is going on. I believe this right here is, I did not realize this before, but if you go near this body, it obviously spawns some more rats. I'm doing all of this in Sony Vegas, basically just recording the track on top of the video. Hopefully it comes out okay. If not, then obviously I can re-edit it. I believe this is the 3rd time going for this stupid mission. Well, it's stupid, but obviously had an issue with the last 2 times. Stupid mistakes. Still can't believe she actually shot the bottle, my bottle cap mine in the last episode, as it was coming out of my hand. Come on, poke your head out. There we go. I'm not sure how many more episodes I'll make of this, just because of the simple fact that it's beta. Whoa. Oh, that's fast forwarding. Simply because it's beta. Pretty soon everybody will have this, and at that point, hopefully they'll have made some changes, because there's still a couple things that are kind of goofy with the whole situation. Certain things that just don't want to go away, because right now I think my character is dealing with, I think it's fatigue, or not a fatigue, it's an illness, a sickness or something, or parasites, sorry, parasites. And it says the only way to actually get rid of it is to eat more, and I've eaten plenty, so here I'm waiting for the dog to come up, because stupid the last couple times I tried to take him out. Wolf lion. I play this one a bit more tactfully, and I go about it at a different angle. Turns out much better. After this episode, I'm going to be making my way towards Corvega. That's pretty interesting. At that point, I start to use a power suit just to see how well the gameplay is in that. It's much different. Take a lot less damage, for obvious reasons.
No sign of him now.
Come on back. There you are. And there'll be a couple spots in here, because once you get down to the very end of this, if you clear out the following room after killing Akak, the raider with the minigun, you can go into the other room, and there's some rad roaches in there. Actually, there was 2 legendary rad roaches in there. For some reason, well, I guess I know now why this first one went up. Well, I'll wait until we get to that part. But there's a key at the end of it to open up the top room. At that point, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
And what? You just gonna leave us to twist in the wind?
it just sounds too good.
At that point, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit more, just because I'm going through some inventory management. And I know you guys probably don't want to see my endless wandering trying to figure out what I want to drop because importance of different things. Finding a lot of 38 rounds, and I don't have any weapons that actually currently use them at the moment. So I guess when I do find one, I'm gonna have plenty of ammo for it. I think I'm up towards like 200 or 300 rounds of 38 already. Here I'm prepping my mines just to make sure that I cover my bases. I still think it's probably one of the best tactical things to use. Gotta watch that ceiling there when you're shooting at this guy walking by. Those stupid pipes up on the top have a weird clipping angle, and if you shoot from the top of the stairs, you're liable to just hit the ceiling and break open your cover. I'm gonna bring her into this room this time instead of going through the hallway, just because I have more options to move around. Because there should be 3, if not 4 bandits in here. One he kind of sits against the wall in one of the rooms, and then Akak and another one just kind of mill around the room by the door back there. I think they trying to get it open. I'm not sure. There's a screwdriver in the bottom of the door. Maybe they're trying to keep it shut. And apparently in survival mode, with this, at least with the beta, you are able to set off your own mines, so you got to be very careful with them. Because at this point, what I'm trying to do is I want to actually place both mines just in case one of them goes one way, and I know Akak is going to go right to the center because she's all gung-ho with that minigun. Trying to figure out where she's at right now. I think she's on the left. She starts walking back. There she is.
Someone there? Who?
Honestly, do not know how I missed out. Must have been that hole in that girder right there. There's the bottle cap, and I think it also set off the frag mine. That bottle cap mine is so devastating. I have no clue. Molotovs are so good in this survival mode. Enemies just burn. They can walk right through it. They don't have to actually be in the ignition point. Sometimes bats can help you, sometimes it's just a pain in the butt. Depends upon the situation. At this point, I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to go back in that room. in this game. I don't think, yeah, I decided to go back in there. For the survival mode, I do not think I'm ever going to be using drugs just because of the simple fact of the addictions and all this other kinds of goofy stuff. I know that can definitely help you out in certain situations. But I dread to think what survival, this ultra survival mode is actually going to do with drugs.
Yes.
Because right now there is a legendary cockroach or red roach over on the far right. I currently cannot see it. But this is right here is where I disposed of it. I didn't even realize it was there. And then there's another one that spawns in the back. And for some reason I have an issue with killing one or two of them. I think it's just because the iron sights of that gun I'm using right now kind of crappy just because of the simple fact it's so big. I don't know what it is with bugs, but I always overshoot them towards the top of them. It's like I'm trying to shoot too high when they're running towards me. There's the other legendary. That's a big roach. Really? Of course, when you stim pack, better drink some water. I don't know why stim packs make you damn thirsty. Just another mechanic they decided to add to it so you don't go crazy with stim packs, I guess. And there is the second legendary. I don't end up using either one of those things though. I've never really liked the metal armor that much. It's so bulky and heavy. Dog wanted to jump on my lap. She heard me talking, so she had to come in here and investigate what I was doing. Which, if you wanted to see her, she's on my Twitter. I have a picture of her on there. Little Chewini. I definitely see adhesive, even though it was important obviously in the normal game, it's going to become even more important now. I think more so than actually purified water, because
Nice.
I've found purified water to be kind of an easy resource in this game just because of the simple fact of filling up bottles and making your own little purifier and all that other kinds of stuff. And I know there's an option, instead of getting purified water in a bottle, you can always get dirty water, because dirty water is actually helpful in certain situations. For some reason I had to get that mini nuke just because of the simple fact that I have a Fat Man now, but when you get the Fat Man at the junkyard, it doesn't actually come with any mini nukes. Even though the image of it actually has a mini nuke on it, you do not get the ammo for it, so you have to find ammo. Each frickin' mini nuke is 12 pounds, so definitely not inventory resourceful. Here's where I've pretty much sped it up, just because of the simple fact that there's so much inventory management trying to figure out what you want to have. I love that tag for search option. Makes it so much easier to find things that you need to keep. That's when I realized the 5mm rounds aren't really creating that much weight. But I didn't bother to pick them up again anyway. I wanted to try and keep that mini nuke. I waste so much time here. Trying to sort by weight, trying to figure out what I want to keep and what I don't. Yeah, go back, pick up the ammo. You know you want it. I wanted to see about keeping that glow sighted, but then I realized, you know what? I'm not using glow sights on heavy hunting rifles anyway, so I think I end up dropping it. Head back outside. I didn't bother to go back in there to check if there was a raider there. Here I'm going to speed it back up again. Just because there's that trick of getting back to Abernathy. I was thinking about stopping here and saving, but I started to realize, you know what, I don't actually need to do that, just because of the simple fact that the walk to Abernathy is all clear, so I figured screw it. As I stated in other episodes, there's so many other things lying around the area. It's like right past there, you know, that water tower.
Any luck finding that locket?
There and stuff.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious?
Blake
Like
told me
3
what you
people
did
That's
for
talking
us.
great
right now.
news.
For Mary.
Connie's
I
gonna be
know it's not
speechless.
much,
I'm
but
sure she'll
any
go lean on her
trading you wanna
prices
do,
after what you've
I'll
done.
go easy on the price.
And feel free to use our
Let me know if
workshop.
there's anything you want to take
Least
a
we
look
can
at.
do.
I hope you realize how much you did for us.
Boobies! It's like, who the heck is this? I've seen him in different locations. He's one of those other random events that you'll see here. Basically, he's one of the people that'll give you just a map waypoint for Vault 81, which is right outside of Diamond. Right outside of Diamond
Sorry,
City, I believe.
don't have anything to sell. I'm on my way to Vault 81 to restock. Maybe you can find what you need there.
And at this point, I think I was gonna go ahead and. Alright, well, let's fill up some bottles, speed through that, because that's pretty freaking boring. I think I probably had like 14 bottles or some shit like that. There's some bugs flying around there in the background. I think I thought I was going to go ahead and try and make like a radio beacon or something like that, but I started to realize I don't even have enough to make a generator here, even after clearing a lot of the stuff out. I clear a good portion of things out, a lot of metal stuff and some wood, but I start to realize, you know what, let's just speed this up, because it's not like I'm going to be making a settlement video on survival mode. I just don't feel it. I guess if there's some other people out there, like there's a guy named Draco Invictus. He's actually making settlement building on a budget, which will probably help out quite a bit on survival mode, just because of the simple fact that you're obviously going to be on a budget until the later levels, and then you can start getting shipments and stuff like that. I wasted a lot of time doing this. which anybody knows if you're doing settlement building in Fallout, it can be a huge time sink. But I don't know, teach their own. I actually kind of like clearing and building. I'll be making some more settlement building. I have a couple playthrough, or not playthroughs, but showcases of some of the different settlements that I've made, but nothing yet. Mostly just because I've been playing some new character builds. And
I
haven't
gave that
gone back
locket
to
to
my
Mary on
previous
her
ones.
18th birthday. You don't know what it means to have it back.
Figure at this point, well, it's pointless even making beds, because if I can't bring a settler because I can't make a generator, there's no point in actually creating more beds for them. So let's head back to Sanctuary. I don't know what the heck Presto was doing down there. And yes, this is a very basic settlement, just a bunch of walls thrown about. Mostly just wanted to enclose the area
Seems
so
to be
that if
growing
anybody
well.
does try and attack it, they're not spread all over the settlement, because Sanctuary Hills can be kind of a
I need
goofy
to
place to
assign
build.
someone to this.
But I'll go to the next episode.